The next topic in Unit 2 is teaching of different branches of mathematics. Teaching of arithmetic. History reveals that arithmetic came into existence out of the felt need for counting by mankind. The word arithmos is a Greek word which means number. Thus, arithmetic is the science of number and the art of computation. Arithmetic, the real life mathematics. Arithmetic is considered as the real life mathematics. A housewife, a farmer, a skilled worker, a professional, etc. Everyone needs some sort of computation for their living, which means that for everyone, arithmetic is essential for their successful living. Almost all the real life aspects useful for a person are arithmetical aspects only. For example, finding the areas, capacity, taxes, income and expenditure, construction of a house, etc. Aims of teaching arithmetic. To develop in the pupils the mathematical type of thought, to understand definitions, statements, theorems and arrive at the correct conclusion. To develop the child's interest in numerical or quantitative side of the world around him. To develop speed and accuracy in simply calculations related to fundamental operations. To develop interest towards mathematical learning. To develop awareness about the practical arithmetical applications in real life. To lay proper foundation for higher learning in mathematics. To enable the people's learning and other branches of mathematics. Methods of teaching. In teaching of topics in arithmetic, inductive deductive methods in combination will be given emphasis. Other methods will also be adopted when necessary and when suitable. Three fundamental stages in teaching of arithmetic. The first one is creating interest through practical work. Interest could be developed in the pupils through their own life examples, meaningful practical applications, oral exercises, etc. This should be done by problem with small numbers. Second one is developing mechanical skill through practice with problems with small numbers. Third one, using the skill in problem solving. The mechanical skill thus developed could be used in solving real life problems. Mathematics in teaching of algebra. The word algebra has been derived from a Greek word algebral mukabla, which means the operation of transferring a quantity from one side of an equation to another, which a change in sign, and mukabla means the process of subtracting similar quantities from both the sides of an equation. Algebra is considered as generalized arithmetic. The difficult and unsolved problems of arithmetic could be easily solved when they are converted into algebraic expressions. Definitions of algebra. Algebra is a geometry in written form and geometry is considered as algebra in picture form, said by German Sophie. Algebra is searching the properties of numbers and quantities through generalized symbols. Oxford Dictionary. The best review of arithmetic is there in the study of algebra only. Kaiser. Aims of teaching algebra. To help in solving the difficult problems of arithmetic. When there is a difficult problem in arithmetic, for example, a problem on the age of a father and his son, when the unknown is converted into a variable and the problem is converted into an algebraic equation, the problem could be easily solved. Many of the algebraic formula are quite useful in solving even difficult problems of arithmetic. To provide clarity, accuracy, and brevity to express the mathematical thoughts through the language of symbolism. To present abstract relationships in a new language and a new symbol in a more concrete and understandable form. To implement analytical process. to make use of inductive method, which is more concrete for teaching of algebra, to develop confidence in the pupils by providing verification of results after solving the problems, to develop in the ability to generalize the experiences and apply them in solving problems, to provide proper training for abstract thinking and reasoning and systematic analysis, to develop in peoples to solve the real life problems with speed and accuracy, to provide a sound structure to all higher learning, the mathematics, to make the peoples understand that algebra is useful in other branches of mathematics. Teaching method. Inductive deductive method is more suitable for teaching of algebra. Other practical methods could also be used whenever suitable. Teaching of geometry. Geometry is another important branch of mathematics, which is the study of space and the properties different objects in space. The word geometry has been derived from the Greek word geo and metron. Thus, geometry means earth measurement. Therefore, it could be understood that geometry was evolved out of the need for measuring earth. Geometry is considered as the science of lines and shapes, whereas arithmetic and algebra are sciences of numbers and variables. It is considered as algebra arithmetic in picture form. The geometrical aspects like quality, equality, symmetry, similarity, etc., are there in everything in nature. Geometry is useful in engineering, architecture, construction, industries, etc. It is a key for culture development. It is considered as a key to mathematical thinking. Aims of teaching geometry: to equip a person to understand and perform so many tasks related to measurement, to make the peoples understand and appreciate the equality, symmetry, congruency, similarity, and proportionalities of the things in nature with the knowledge of geometry, to make use of the knowledge of geometry in other branches of mathematics, and to lay down a solid ground for higher learning in mathematics, to be helpful in learning other subjects like statistics, arts, and paintings, basic and applied sciences, etc., to inculcate the qualities like neatness, clarity, brevity, simplicity, and accuracy in the peoples through the teaching of geometry, to develop the mental and intellectual powers like logic, systematic analysis, accurate reasoning, observation, to arouse interest in the peoples towards the learning of mathematics through the practical work and direct experiences of geometry, to develop good and workable knowledge of geometry, which is useful in many vocations like engineering, architecture, interior decoration, surveying and map drawing, professional art, painting, and design making, to develop the habit of learning by doing and peoples, to help for the cultural development of the society. Stages of teaching geometry. There are three steps or stages in teaching of geometry: experimental stage, deductive stage, systematic stage. In experimental stage, peoples will acquaint with the common geometrical concepts and figures, that is, development of geometrical vocabulary of students, recognizing and drawing of simple geometrical figures, and to identify their resemblances in real life, that is, in their social and physical environment. At this stage, emphasis should not be laid down definitions. This stage does not require formal teaching. Instead of teaching theory, students are supposed to learn practical measurement and to develop drawing and sketching skills. Deductive or reasoning stage. This stage of formal teaching of geometry, this stage is to furnish more geometrical facts and to develop geometrical and drawing skills. This stage is preparatory stage for the beginning analytic and synthetic treatment of the proof of the geometrical facts. Here, emphasis is laid over the practical aspects of demonstrative geometry. Students should be helped to know about various geometrical concepts by the laboratory demonstration method through inductive reasoning. They should be able to construct and measure various geometrical figures and shapes like angles, triangles, quadrilaterals, etc. At this stage, students learn to prove theorems and exercises. Systematic stage. This stage concerns fully with the formal teaching of geometry. At this stage, pupils will be so mentally matured and they can gain theoretical knowledge through analytical thinking and logical reasoning. Various geometrical theorems, corollaries, exercises, and theoretical background of geometrical constructions should be emphasized at this stage. The knowledge should not be forcefully filled in the minds of the students, but they should learn through inductive reasoning and analytic thinking. Deduction and synthesis should come from after induction and analysis of the facts. Teaching method. Analytic synthetic methods in combination are suitable for teaching plain geometry, like theorems, riders, and laboratory methods for constructive geometry. At the primary stage, the geometrical facts could be taught through inductive reasoning.